What's up, guys? Sheriff Barion here. I am with my beautiful wife at
Hello.
ENGLISHTOWN. Uh, they did some changes at this track for this round, and I liked the changes. We will show you what they did. Last year, I did well here.
Did well because your car didn't break.
Yeah, and will not break again. We just changed the transmission of the car. And let's show you what they changed for this year, and I like it a lot. First, the start line is in the same place back there. We go all the way here. I will try to speak slowly because she's
Slow.
mad with me.
I'm not mad. I'm just teaching.
Yeah, because my English is not so good yet, so
No, you just have a strong accent.
yeah.
It's not that it's not good, but it's strong.
Yeah, I will start to drink some vodka before I do my vlogs because I speak better when I have vodka.
It depends on how much. In some
Yeah.
cases, no one can understand you, not even me.
Okay. So starting from initiation, initiation is the same from last year. They changed like 2 years ago, but now it's the same from last year. One, the first outside zone, yeah, initiation and first outside zone. One thing here is on outside zone, if you go over the line, you have a really big gap here. So if you see some cars doing wheeling here in the first corner is because of this gap after the line.
Not only on the first outside zone, like the whole track, if you go outside of the line, you have like a really big gap. So everywhere you cannot go over the line, otherwise you're gonna. I don't know if you guys know, but you probably do know. But in Brazil, it's a little bit different. Like the tracks around Brazil, they're usually the same. They're very picky about like holes and stuff. And here you have two types of like what? Como que é o nome desse trem?
Concrete.
Não, não manda meu cu não.
Okay, she doesn't want me to film her foot. No, but it's one thing. It's like here, obvious the concrete is because it was a drag track here. So because of this is concrete in the medium. But in Brazil, usually they are really worried about like small holes in the track, completely different from US.
Brazilians are really picky and blah 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 blah.
Yeah, they are. So the first big change from last year is on second outside zone. What they changed here? The wall. It's like the wall were really close to the track, and sometimes, especially cars like Mustangs or any other cars with big rear bumps, they could not get all the way in the end of the zone because of the wall. If they got at the end of the zone, they would crash with the wall. So even if you look for the marks on the asphalt, if you look here where the wall were close to the track, the marks doesn't go all the way to the end. They usually stop like here in the middle of the zone, and after that goes all the way to the end. So this will be a big change. It's like when you do the transition, you will need to really go wide now, and you will have space to go wide and will not crash with the wall with your rear bumper. So here in the medium of outside zone 2, you have some difference of asphalt, concrete, and especially when it's raining. If you guys remember Asbu last year,
crazy, and the driver's going to have a harder time keeping him sideways.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Ken Gucci out front now. Frederick Osbo in the chase position. Again, a little bit of moisture on track, slowing things down, minimizing that smoke, and then, boom, creating some steam on Freddie. Look at that. Freddie gets out of shape. That is a huge blow and shock to the system. Holy cow, Frederick Osbo. I mean, this is absolutely massive. That could be deemed an incomplete for Frederick Osbo. You saw him make contact, he straightened out, and also, we haven't talked about it, you talked about the dry and the wet patches, but when it's wet also, you go from that black asphalt to the concrete of
So if you remember Asbulas here in top 32, he lost because of this, because it was getting dry because of the rain, and the concrete dries much faster than the asphalt. So when he were chasing, he just overgripped his car behind of, I don't remember who he was chasing, Kengush. Yeah, I think that was Kengush. He just overgripped and lost the battle because of that. It's still on outside zone 2. It's longer than was last year's. Usually finished like here in this mark, and now it's finishing there. This is, I think, just to make this corner smoother, like
It's gonna bring more fluidity to like, make everything smoother and more fluid to go through inside clip. I think this is gonna make it better.
yeah,
Don't have like to lift or
add some
adjust.
angle, adjust in handbrake or
It's gonna
anything
be
like that.
faster.
And it will be better to be like side by side, because chaser could be closer, because the reactions of the lead car will be more expected, so it will be better. From outside zone 2 to inside clip, I think this is the biggest change here. Look how wider is the inside clip now.
Not wider,
Not wider?
smaller.
Oh yeah,
It
it's like
was wider.
how far from inside of the track is now. So the cars will going wider than were before. So look here, the marks from last year's to this year. I don't remember exactly each mark is. Like last year were already little further than the year before, and now is further even more. What will happen with this? Best part is for chase cars, because sometimes as we were just changing the line and going too much inside, the chase car were just getting lost in the smoke, because we're not like so wide and so fluid. So chase car were just getting in the smoke of the front car coming from here before transition, and got lost in transition. Once they change that, the chase car will have a better visibility here, and will be better and easier for transition, making like cars being closer in transition and less corner.
Yeah, because since it's like wider, and then you don't have to close the line to get to the inside clip, it's gonna be literally fluid, and then the chaser is gonna have like more room to be on the door without getting caught, because you know, and then after transition you're just gonna be like more sideways instead of going straight and then transitioning, so it's gonna be better, I think.
So here again, you came in a transition from asphalt to concrete, and the transition is in the medium of this concrete, so you get part in the concrete and part in the asphalt. If everything is dry, it's not a really big problem, but when you start to get like a wet track, things starts to mess up, because the grip is completely different from one to the other. And come here for the last outside zone. They did like 2 changes that will change everything. One is the wall, because again the wall were too close to the track, and some cars with rear bump were like getting the wall and were not even close to the end of the track. So now they will have like a little more space to be really in the end of the track. And the second big change, first will be like a better arc coming all the way in the end of the track. And here they moved the line a little to the center. That will help a lot, because last year many of the drivers were going to the dirt here, just because if you look to the line, it were pushing you to the dirt. Now they put the line a little more like inside of the track, so the arc will be better and you will not go to the dirt here in the end of the course. So I think there were like small changes, but will change a lot.
I think it will be more fluid, more fast. It's gonna improve the level of the tandem.
Yeah, it will be better to chase.
I think so, yeah. Really like it. I like this track. It's one of my favorites.
So those are the changes in the track at New Jersey. Now I will get to the hotel to get some rest, because the car is arriving tomorrow with the rig, and we still need to install the new transmission. We will have just one day to set up everything, install new transmission, and get ready for Thursday in the sitting bracket. So see you soon.